Alabama brought a lot of pressure, and it seemed like Vanderbilt brought more pressure than they normally do. Do you anticipate now that Alabama has had some success with that to see more of that rather than less drop 8 as you kind of move forward?
Alabama kind of did what they do. Vanderbilt's kind of a pressure team, and they pressured us more than I think they have anybody else. I think the better we get up front, the more people we'll see up front trying to attend to things, and then if you move the ball effectively, they'll either pressure or drop, and then after that, they'll mix it in to try to keep you off balance.
John?
Mike, the NHL Board of Trustees voting to mandate vaccines for COVID-19 for employees at all Mississippi universities that accept federal funding. That was just news that just came out. I'm wondering if you had any thoughts on that.
I don't comment on the whole COVID vaccine thing bounces all over the place, and a guy can just, that'd be like commenting on each hit in a tennis match, so I don't have any comment.
Steve?
Last year, the trip to Lexington, 6 interceptions in the ball game, but outside of that, it seemed like you moved the ball between the 20s and defensively you played pretty well. Do you think that carries over and maybe gives you guys a little confidence as we can see that last year was really more about what you didn't do than maybe what they did?
No, I thought we played really poorly last year in that game.
Chrissy?
What are your thoughts on Malik Heath's progression? It seems like he's a guy who's really doing better lately.
I think he's explosive, still battles consistency. He's just got to get it all reined in, and it's sure been a long process. So the quicker we can do that, the better off we'll be.
Steph?
Mike, your candy corn video went pretty viral on social media. Are you familiar with the show Ted Lasso, and have you seen the show comment on that?
I haven't. Everybody says it's a good show. Everybody says it's a good show. Everybody says you ought to watch it. It requires a little extra technology, more technology than I'm familiar with. To get it, I forget where it's at and how you get it, but they say, oh, you stream it, which that just means I'm not going to watch a show on my phone. Yeah, I don't know, maybe somebody will instruct me, hook it up, but I heard it's good. And I am kind of surprised that video was so exciting to a number of people, but that's good. You get a lot of candy corn and people trying to sell that,
Do you keep up with like English soccer at all? I know you spent some time in Europe coaching.
Not so. I do rugby. I follow rugby. But yeah, the northern hemisphere, I like Wales, like New Zealand in the south. All those teams are hard not to like.
Yep.
What kind of challenge does Chris Rodriguez pose at Kentucky, and how much confidence do you have in the defense to match up with a running back like him?
He's good. I thought he was good last year too. Just a good, solid player.
Robbie?
Coach Matt Wells was dismissed at Texas Tech today. There's been 3 coaches, I think, there in the last 12 years since you were there, and the success hasn't been nearly as good as what you were able to do. What made your term so successful there, and why hasn't that been able to be replicated, do you think?
I don't really know. I mean, we had good players, good coaches, and it was a pretty loaded up conference back then. You had Nebraska, who was biting on the heels to win national championships. You had Texas and Oklahoma in the top 5 most years. You had A&M there. You had Colorado kind of roaring along then.